Hi, I'm Nikki Greenberg. Now you get to know me. I'm here at Ocala World Equestrian Center with my horse Dario D, competing on the international stage. It is Dario's first international competition, and he is a 13-year-old Hanoverian gelding. I have had Dario since he was a baby, so it would be wonderful to have done the whole journey and finish him in the Grand Prix. The path to getting to the top is a long and hard path that requires a lot of dedication. It's a sport that, you know, the constant quest for perfection is always something that we're chasing, and I'm not sure that any of us can ever reach perfection, but we all have a good time trying. A lot of it is a mental game, especially competing, dealing with the nerves, dealing with the pressure, dealing with another being. You know, it's not just you that you have to rely on, but you've got an animal that you have to be harmonious with, in sync with, understand the different moods and energy levels that come with a horse on every given day. So I think for me, I have to be very attuned to each horse and be very close to them emotionally for this to happen, and that's just me. Being physically fit is obviously a requirement for this sport. It's a tough sport. Day-to-day barn life helps a good deal with all of that, because it's a physical job, extra eating sense and training sense is optimal for the best performance in any athlete. And the same goes for our horses. We have to keep them fit in order to keep them safe and injury-free. So their training programs are very specifically designed to each individual horse. Mentally, I think for me, I have to do quite a bit of meditation. We all have to rely on a coach to help us through those times where the mental game outweighs the physical game. And even the top riders in the world all have a team of coaches and trainers that help them, not just physically but mentally as well. Because you're dealing with animals, it's the most humbling sport that I've ever come across. Because there's so much variance in what can happen day to day on the different animals that you're riding or training, working with. Keeping your eye on your goal sometimes is very challenging, but very often the going gets a lot tougher before it gets to be easier and more successful. And we understand that as riders, and I understand that, and I think perseverance is something that is absolutely paramount in this game. The down times and the difficult times get to me. I can't say that that doesn't happen, but it doesn't mean that I won't get up the next morning and start again or try again and work my way through the problems, because there's always issues, whether it's with yourself, or with the horses that you're riding, or with your team that's around you all the time. There's a lot of moving parts, and you have to keep that in mind. Riding is not an easy sport. If you are not passionate about it, it won't ever work to whatever level it is that you're trying to achieve. It takes passion to be in the horse business, because it's an all-consuming, not just sport, but lifestyle that we choose because it's our passion. And it is created from usually a very young age, and it doesn't leave you. Once the bug has bitten, it's always there. Coffee. I have coffee first thing, and then something fermented, like apple cider vinegar, ginger shots for brightness and energy. But yeah, I gotta have a cup of coffee first. If I could give any advice to anybody wanting to succeed, is strength, perseverance, and a strong eye on the goal, because it's not always going to be easy, and you just got to remember why you're passionate about it and keep going, because that's what it takes. It takes a lot of strength of character to be successful in anything. So you can't let yourself feel defeated. Keep doing what you're passionate about. What about my favorite time of day? Cocktail hour in the evening after a hard day's work. But I would be lying, because I think my favorite time of day is early morning breakfast feeding chores. When I go down to the barn and the light is just coming up and the horses have got their sleepy faces out the door and they nicker and they call to you because it's breakfast time, and give them their hay, and then there's this happy chomping sound throughout the barn while I make the grain, and then they get all excited about getting breakfast. Riding and competing is often a family affair, and I've got the whole family working on the farm. My husband didn't sign up for this, but he's been doing it for 23 years. Night checks. When it's too cold outside for me to go out, he goes and does the night checks, and my daughter runs the barn with me. And it's very encouraging for me as a competitor in the horse industry to see that compassion is becoming more in the forefront for training, horse welfare, the happy horse in the competitive ring and at home. Our governing bodies are doing surveys, and there is a big movement towards that, which makes me excited for the sport. Thank goodness I have a husband that understands this and the lifestyle that I have to lead. He's so supportive and honestly has to share me with 10 other animals every day, so I'm always thankful to him. My advice to everybody that wants to be in the sport or is in the sport is just to have fun with it. These horses are so much fun. They give you so much back, and it is a wonderful grounding lifestyle that really encourages nurturing, which is good for the soul.